Hi, this is Alicia. So, we're gonna do a little rant, but also so that I can kind of show off to you, because I want to show off. I've been going on kind of book buying spree because I've gotten a bunch of book credit because I sold a bunch of books. You give up books, then they give you a way to get back books. It's a nice system. So, I picked up several John le Carre novels, because as much as I don't want to admit it because I'm a hipster, I kind of only found out about him because of um, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Although I didn't find out about Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy from Benedict friggin' Cumberbatch, who shall henceforth, in any web video I make, be known as What's His Face. So there you go. Definition, come to this video. What's His Face is Benedict Cumberbatch. Deal with it. His name is like 19 syllables long. I'm not saying it. I'll just say what's his face and you'll know what I mean. Alright, so I picked up a bunch of John le Carre novels. I found 2 at my parents' house, so that was nice. There was a Spy Who Came In From the Cold and A Small Town in Germany. And then I have picked up Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and am reading that. It's very good, but better than the movie, obviously. And I've also got The Perfect Spy. I don't know what that's about yet because I haven't started it. I got The Constant Gardener, another movie one. And then I've also picked up some Neil Gaiman. I like to say Gaiman, but it's Gaiman, and it's really hard to override headcanon. But I have gotten Stardust, which I've been meaning to read for years. And I also picked up Fragile Things, which is making me cry inside as a writer. And then, got another one. It's not appearing right now. I got Neverwhere, I think that's what I got. And then, on the recommendation of one of my coworkers, I have Neuromancer by what's his face, William Gibson, because apparently the story that I'm going to try to write is cyberpunk, and William Gibson is apparently cyberpunk, so I'm going to try to do that and emulate Gibson a bit. But first you have to read Gibson. So then I also have these books, Lillian Jackson Braun, who writes these kind of mystery spy, not spy things, but mystery things of The Cat Who Came to Breakfast and The Cat Who Knew Shakespeare. So it sounds like a Redwall-esque kind of Sherlock Holmes thing, which sounds cool, a lot cooler than Wishbone. I hated Wishbone as a child. Oh my god. And then I've actually already read 2 of these books, but I picked up a triple book of Frankenstein and Dracula and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a fucked up book, by the way. All these are fucked up, but it's extra fucked up. And then I picked up Elmer Leonard's 10 Rules of Writing. Probably won't listen to those, but good thing. You have $100 worth of book credit, you find out ways to use it. And then after finding the other Dover thrift edition in my mom's collection of Scandal in Bohemia and 5 or 6 other ones, I picked up A Study in Scarlet and The Sign of 4. And then I bought a little book, Bartending for Dummies, for my mother, for reasons that she will know of if she ever sees this. And then I also saw this amazing thing at the bookstore. This is why I love bookstores. You find all sorts of weird stuff that you never thought you would own, ever. I now own a graphic novel adaptation of The Man in the Iron Mask. They've even got it credited to Alexandre Dumas. So I am excited to read this, although it might be giving me scary vibes of the abridged version. You know all those little abridged books from long ago? They all had the little pictures every 3 or 4 pages to keep the kids interested. So I'm like, is that what it's going to be? I don't want it to be that. That's my book haul bragging done, so let's get on with why I am making a web video. See this? It's The Hobbit. This is the version of The Hobbit that I read as a child. Version, not book, because the book of The Hobbit that I read as a child, the cover met with bloody destruction, and the book was lost in the move that we. So I don't have that book anymore, but I was tickled pink when I saw this version. This is about $30 new. It's a hardcover. I don't know how much it is paperback, but I got this for $10 because it's used. But this is my baby, and this is also why I don't really. I'm looking at the Hobbit adaptation that's going to come out in a year with, or 6 months, with trepidation, because this book is not the same book as Lord of the Rings, and because it's by the Hobbit's gonna be by the same director, I don't think that it's gonna survive Peter Jackson's treatment of it. That isn't to say Peter Jackson isn't going to treat it very well. It's just going to look like Lord of the Rings, and this book is not Lord of the Rings. The reason that I'm really excited that I have this version is because it has pictures. And this is my headcanon for The Hobbit, is things like The Unexpected Party. And they're just soft watercolors and sweetness, and Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings is not that, and from the trailer that I saw, it's just not. This is a children's book. Lord of the Rings is a pissing contest with C.S. Lewis, which is okay. Like, it's a really good book series. I love both of them, but I just have to get this off my chest, and I have to talk to the internet with this. But I just don't think that with his grand, like, high five for knowing how grand the world is, but the world that Bilbo lives in and the world that Frodo lives in are just so different, because the way that the Hobbit is presented is that it's this world that's just, it's like Wizarding London, Muggle London. Like, if you're in Muggle London, you can maybe get to Wizarding London, vice versa. You just have to know how. And that's how the Hobbit is presented. But Lord of the Rings is presented as, this is Middle Earth. You can never go there. And I just don't think that those two interpretations are going to play nice with one another. And another thing I worry about is that it's going to get totally panned by reviewers of, like, who are like, well, this isn't Lord of the Rings. Well, of course it's not, fuckwit. I just don't think that Peter Jackson is going to be able to pull this off, because if he pulls it off like this, like, and makes The Hobbit into The Hobbit, people are going to be like, well, this isn't Lord of the Rings. Of course not. And if he makes it into Lord of the Ringsy, then it's not going to be this. It's going to be taking my childhood, laying it out on the table, and stabbing it repeatedly. And I'm just like, no, I don't want you to do that to my poor little Hobbit. And I just don't. I've never felt like the story was enough to be put into 2 movies, so there's no point in that. And where are you going to split it up? I mean, obviously you have, and that you think that that'll work, and it probably will. It's just, how do you do that? But it's just, well, the thing with, like, having, and the thing that really bothers me is the fandom who are going all, like, fangasm me about the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in this. I'm not really excited about his performance in this. I'm really not, actually. He can't do things where he's not himself. If he has to be a physically another creature than himself, he can't do it, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really more looking forward to his turn as not Khan in Star Trek, the second Star Trek movie that they're going to come out with next year. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to him in The Hobbit. I don't think it's going to be good, because I saw his turn as the creature in Frankenstein. I don't think he's going to be any good. I'm sorry, whatever you call yourselves. I disagree with the term Cumberbitch, because I don't like the term bitch being used as a positive. I'm all for, like, reclamation of words, but bitch is something that just needs to fade from vocabulary and never be used as a personal descriptor, because I feel that it is only demeaning. only demeaning. So I don't really like it when people are like, I'm a cumber bitch or whatever, because I feel like that's demeaning to yourself and it's demeaning to him because it's just you're using his name and making it into a female derogatory in my mind. So this is Alicia shooting her mouth off at fandom, always a good plan. But really the point of this video was to brag about my books that are awesome and express my severe apprehension about the coming Hobbit movie. Think that it'll do any good. I mean, however, unless they saw the art in this book and they based the dragon on this dragon. Because this dragon is friggin' awesome. Look at that dragon. Look at that dragon. Isn't that dragon cool? If they make the dragon look like this, then I anything else wrong with the movie didn't happen. Just so you know. So when it comes out in a year and a half and the dragon looks like that, if it looks like that, then anything wrong with it that you might bring up, I'm just gonna be like, fuck, nope, nope, nope. The dragon is totally fine, therefore the rest of it is totally fine. So yeah, I better turn this off before I go over time.